Brian Kohlberger is currently in custody for the murder of Xana Kernodle, Kaylee Goncalves, Ethan Chapin, and Madison Mogan. 4 Idaho University students, 20 years of age and 21 years of age. He killed them in the middle of the night around 4 a.m. It was a DoorDash. It does appear that the murder took that approximately somewhere between 4 a.m. and 19 minutes. So he probably entered the home around 4:01 to 4:05 approximately and left the house by 4:25 a.m. Was probably in there for about 19 minutes, including the walk. He turned his cell phone off, according to the affidavit that was recently released, from 2:47 a.m. to 4:48 a.m., which is likely the time that the murders were committed, between 2:30 and 3:30 a.m. Gives him, leaving at 2:30, enough time for him to drive to the Moscow murder location, wait outside the window, take a picture of Kaylee Goncalves at 3:10 a.m. outside her bedroom window, enter the house at approximately 4 a.m., and then the whole murder itself took about 19 minutes. The photo that he took was posted on a 4chan account anonymously. That account, I believe to be him. First of all, there's a picture of the victim. Let's just assume it's a fake picture. Then we have timestamped at 3:10 a.m. in Moscow. So then, if that is fake, then he admitted on there that he killed the girls, was trying to frame David Loach. He said, I hung Kaylee's intestines on the ceiling fan. And then he said David Loach is the killer. So David Loach is somebody who's in a fraternity. Keep in mind the screen name is Fratanon. So it's an anonymous frat member. And the suspect himself also was in a fraternity when he went to school at NCC College, Community College in Northampton, Pennsylvania. So nobody really knew at this point, December 12th, that the murderer was in Pennsylvania. So I find it highly suspicious that not only did he have that photo, but he also stated he was going to be hiding out in PA, shithole PA. So now, how did somebody know that the suspect was going to be in PA? So that's questionable to me and makes me think that he may in fact be the murderer. So now that we have our suspect, he left a sheath at the murder scene, and that sheath may or may not have been something. There was a sheath left, which he's a criminal justice major. I find it highly suspicious. Frame he would do something like that. Could have slipped out. It could have been in the moment. He could have forgotten, because he was so entrenched by the fact that he just murdered. Whatever the case is, that leads me to the next point. He left a sheath containing a knife, a K-bar knife. That means that there's a missing K-bar, and we need to find that K-bar. If we can find that K-bar, it has his DNA evidence, or at least some sort of link back to him, maybe from the fact that he's just in the area, is enough. Police have yet, or FBI has tracked that IP address and has connected it with him, and then it turns out that the murder weapon is, in fact, at the place that the 4chan account reported it to be. Then we have a really solid piece of evidence and a solid lead here. So I want to show you this spot right here is where I believe the murdered weapon to be, but I don't think it's exactly here because the coordinates are very non-specific. They're very hard to get the exactness of them. So I think that it's somewhere around here is where the murder weapon is located. Somewhere maybe in here, on these tree lines here, somewhere. Maybe it's not as crazily placed as I think. Maybe it's somewhere over here, but it's definitely on a tree line according to the picture and the coordinates he posted. So if it's correct, it's somewhere in this vicinity, somewhere in this terrainy green area with the trees is where he most likely hid the murder weapon. So just looking at this for the track of where he went that night, this shows you pretty much everywhere he went, from Pullman all the way back to Moscow. There's Genesee, Blaine, Johnson, all those places, Clark and Lewiston that he went to that day. There's a coffee shop somewhere in here. Too interesting. Other than that stands out as a place that he could put the murder weapon here. Besides the obvious Snake River and this cool looking paper thing here. This paper reservoir is really cool. I don't know what this is, but kind of when you eat it or jump in it, it's cool, very cool looking.